One of the things that we want to configure before we start entering tasks in is the project calendar. The project calendar is going to determine when things are scheduled, when your off days are, all those different kinds of things. Now, first let me say, if you have an existing calendar, you do have the ability to import that into your project plan. So you don't always have to start from scratch. If, let's say, your PMO or your company just in general has a project calendar that someone created that's for the company for that year, you could pull that in if they make it available to you. But let's make believe that you don't have that and you have to create your own. Now, first, let me say that there are 3 different base calendars we can start with. And you know what? It'll probably be easier for you to see it than me just tell it to you, although I'm sure you love looking at my face while I'm talking to you. But let's take a look at the actual calendars here. So we're going to go to the Project tab, and you're going to click Change Working Time. All right, so don't look for something called Calendar, Change Working Time. All right. So here we have our 3 base calendars. So the default one is the standard calendar, all right? And we see that right here as the project calendar. This is going to give me a Monday through Friday work week, as you can see, and 2 shifts, 8 to 12 and 1 to 5 on those days. We also have a night shift calendar. This is going to give me night hours. We can see that happening here. We also have a 24-hour calendar here, right, which is just going to give me everything, right? And someone's saying that's more like how I work, just all the time. So all that's there. Those are our base calendars. Now, it's my recommendation that you leave those base calendars the way they are. You might want to come back to them, right? So just leave those there as starting points. And you can create a new calendar based on one of those, which is another reason to leave those blank, because they can be a starting point for our new calendars that we might want to create. So I'd like to create a new calendar here for this project. And so I'm going to go ahead to the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to click Create New Calendar. And we're going to make a copy of the standard calendar, and I am going to call this Aramar Work Calendar. Say Working Calendar. Click OK. And there we go. We are in our new calendar. So now I have my base calendars here and my Aramar working calendar there. All right. So now it's set up for me to be able to go in and make changes to the calendar. And in our next video, we'll learn how we can do exception and work week changes. And then ultimately, we'll learn how we can take this calendar and apply it throughout our project.